It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Commanders and the Saints next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Washington Commanders and the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because...
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback. They will start this drive with Ford. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wilcox. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Wilcox being chased out left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Personal foul.
Let's check in with the referee. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
He completes it to Olave. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilcox, he finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Barnett came into this game eager to see how they will hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert now. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 9th touchdown this season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats. So that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. As CD, after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Herbert. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this one is right down Broadway. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now off off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. K.J. Hamler, 62 yards.
And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, blew a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra point.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Here's Jacobs.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stock troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Looking middle, and that's complete. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
They snap it to Herbert. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the result, a touchdown for Washington.
And this will not be returned. It will come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On 1st and 10,
Wilcox. This is Hamler on the receiving end.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The handoff to Ford up the middle, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good player.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Wilcox.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Wilcox.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Throwing on first down. Wilcox. Robinson's got him.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Saints have taken the lead.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Jalen Waddle Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second and a yard. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here's Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on third and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Touchdown, Washington.
Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
On first and 10, Wilcox.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Olave holds it in.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
A final shot before break. Wilcox.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. Laviska Shenault, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Joe Burrow, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.